Hold the oars! Don't let her turn broadside!
This sea could swallow a man in moments. Yet Viking...
The North Atlantic in winter, 1000 CE. Towering waves batter a Viking longship, a fragile wooden speck amid a frozen maelstrom. Ice encrusts the rigging, beards turn to frost, breath hangs like ghosts in the Arctic air. For weeks, crews endure conditions that would shatter modern souls in hours. No cabin, no shelter, just the raw, relentless cold. Most astonishingly, no fire warms their bones. How did Viking mariners navigating the planet's fiercest waters survive without a single flame aboard? The answer, carved into the timbers of their ships and whispered in ancient sagas, will upend everything you thought you knew about Viking ingenuity. It's a tale of calculated brilliance, woven into the rugged geography of Scandinavia's fjords, the icy currents of the North Sea, and the unyielding will to conquer continents. Archaeological digs from 8 major Viking ship sites, scattered across Scandinavia's rocky coasts to Greenland's icy shores, reveal a stunning truth. Vikings sailed without fire, no braziers, no hearths, no hint of flame. This wasn't a lack of know-how. It was deliberate engineering, prioritizing survival over comfort in a world where a spark could doom a fleet. Their strategies, honed in the crucible of the North Atlantic's tempests, fueled raids, trade, and the discovery of new worlds. Hollywood gets it wrong. Fire and wooden ships were sworn enemies. Viking vessels crafted from pine and oak hewn from Norway's dense forests were sealed with tar and stuffed with wool. Their sails, woven from sheep grazed on windswept Nordic hills and coated in animal fat, were tinder waiting for a stray ember. Excavations tell the tale. The Skuldelev ships, unearthed from Roskilde Fjord's muddy depths, date from 1000 to 1070 CE. These 5 vessels, warships, cargo nars, fishing boats, held water barrels, tools, ballast stones from coastal cliffs, even preserved food. But no heating devices, not one. The Oseberg ship, 834 CE, a masterpiece of artistry buried in a Norwegian mound, contained cooking vessels, burial goods never used at sea. The Gokstad, 890 CE, with vast water storage, lacked any cooking setup. Even the 2020-2021 Gellerstad dig using cutting-edge radar found no trace of fire aboard. Sagas and laws back this up. The Gragas codes mandated shore stops for cooking, while the Erbygja saga describes meals prepared on land, not ships. Why embrace such brutal cold? A fire on a clinker-built ship, planks overlapping, sealed with flammable tar and pitch, was a death sentence. With no enclosed decks, no bulkheads, no fire breaks, a blaze could devour a vessel in under 4 minutes, leaving crews to drown in icy waters. Vikings, sailing open boats across storm-lashed seas, chose safety over warmth, a decision rooted in the unforgiving geography of their world, where fjords funneled fierce winds and ice-choked coastal routes. So how did they survive weeks of freezing voyages? The answer lies in a revolution of warmth without flame, born from Scandinavia's harsh terrain and communal spirit. Textile finds from Herjolfsnes, Greenland, reveal layered clothing systems, wool woven from hardy Nordic sheep, designed to insulate even when drenched by Atlantic spray. Unlike modern synthetics, these fabrics held warmth when wet, a lifesaver on open seas. Vikings mastered wool grades, coarse outer layers for wind resistance, soft inner ones for insulation, and tightly woven fabrics for moisture control. The Laxdella saga describes women using bone needles to sew men's sleeves shut each morning, creating airtight seals at the wrists to trap body heat. Before battle or landing, warriors slashed them open with seax knives, a daily ritual blending practicality and survival, rooted in the communal labor of coastal villages. For sleep, Vikings turned to intimate ingenuity. Forget lone warriors in furs, they used communal hudfat, sheepskin sleeping bags lined with fur mentioned in the Prose Edda. 2 bodies in 1 bag sharing heat, kept temperatures 15 to 20 degrees warmer than the frigid air. Excavations show these were standard gear, not luxuries. Crews slept between rowing benches on platforms of stored oars, above the bilge's chill. Lowered sails doubled as tents, trapping collective warmth from dozens of bodies. Even chieftains shared these setups. Survival trumped status on the high seas, a reflection of Viking egalitarianism forged in their storm-battered homeland. Food sustained this endurance, designed for cold consumption. Excavations at York and Hedeby reveal dried fish from North Sea cod stocks, hardtack biscuits baked from rye grown in Denmark's fields, and fermented dairy from coastal farms. The Islandinga saga details cold porridge, a nutrient-packed paste of barley, butter, and salt, congealed for weeks-long voyages. These provisions, stored in barrels sealed against salt spray, delivered 2,000–3,000 calories daily, essential for staving off hypothermia in the Atlantic's grip. This wasn't brute endurance, but a sophisticated system supported by land-based infrastructure. Over 200 harbor sites from Norway's craggy coasts to Newfoundland's rocky shores provided regular stops. Excavations at Torksey, England, 2009–2017, uncovered a 55-hectare winter camp with hearths, workshops, and family quarters, vital for warming and cooking, impossible at sea. Longhouses, like those at Borg and the Lofoten Islands, show advanced hearth designs with smoke evacuation. But these stayed ashore. Vikings knew fire's power but banned it afloat, a choice shaped by their environment's harsh lessons. Unlike Mediterranean sailors who used bronze braziers on enclosed galleys by 600 CE, Vikings rejected such risks. Anglo-Saxon and Frisian ships mirrored this fire-free approach, prioritizing speed and cargo over comfort, a necessity for raids across the North Sea's unpredictable currents. The 2007 Sea Stallion voyage, a Skulldalev replica sailing Roskilde to Dublin, proved these methods worked. Layered wool, shared sleeping bags, and coordinated watches kept crews alive in brutal conditions. But survival wasn't just physical. Over 300 gaming pieces, dice, boards, found in Viking camps reveal psychological strategies. Storytelling and games played in the shadow of Iceland's volcanoes or Norway's cliffs boosted morale, a form of mental thermogenesis. Vikings sailed in calculated weather windows, avoiding winter's worst, hugging coasts for frequent landings, a strategy leveraging the North Atlantic's archipelago geography. The Vikings' triumph, reaching North America 500 years before Columbus, forging trade routes from Greenland's ice to Constantinople's bazaars, wasn't despite rejecting fire, but because of it. Their ships, unburdened by hearths, were swift and capacious. Their crews, bound by communal warmth and fueled by cold provisions, thrived through cooperation. They didn't just endure the cold, they reimagined survival, turning Scandinavia's stark landscapes and icy seas into highways of conquest. When you shiver in modern comfort, think of the Vikings, strategic mariners who chose collective brilliance over fleeting warmth, mastering the North Atlantic's fury to reshape the medieval world.